Good morning, dear students. I am Dr. Srinivas Bhattani, Professor of Chemistry in St. Peter's Engineering College. In the last video, I have explained the origin of petroleum. Origin of petroleum. There are two types. Two theories are there. That is carbide theory and Engler's theory. That is the organic theory. Carbide theory is the inorganic theory. And also we discussed classified the crude oil. There are mainly three types of classifications are there. Paraffin based type crude oil, asphaltic based type of crude oil, and mixed based type crude oil. So these are we discussed in the last video. So now today we are going to discuss about the refining petroleum. Today we have to discuss the refining of petroleum. Refining of petroleum. This topic is already studied in 8th class. You go and check it. It's an exact topic. Today I am going to revise it. Okay. The crude oil is obtained from where? From the mines. Not coal mines. Petrol mines. Especially where it is. The lot of crude mines are present in Arabian Sea, near Arabian Sea. Like Iran, Iraq, Kuwait. There, Saudi Arabia, many mines are there. Especially, actually, it's that mines we got a less amount of crude oil. It's not fit to be marked, not fit to be marked. Because the reason it contains a lot of soluble and insoluble impurities. Many, along with petroleum products, some insoluble products are there, some soluble products are there, some gases are there, some harmful gases are there. Many things present in that one. Many things are there. So previously, the purification of crude oil is done by simple fractional distillation. What previously in the olden days? That fractional distillation. Fractional distillation. This is also there in intermediate chemistry. That is a fractional distillation. You take the crude oil in a flask. Okay, one condenser. So this is a long condenser. They are using the long condenser. It's a long 20 meters or 30 meters long condenser. Long condenser. They are using the long condenser. This is the crude oil. And the temperature, you have to raise the temperature here. Then certain temperature, all that will come here. Circulated pipes, water pipes, cooling pipes, cooling the condenser. This is the condensation. Condensation takes place here, condensation takes place. And drop, will collect in the flask, another flask. So this is petrol will come. Petrol. It's just taken in a crude oil, taken in a RB. Simple methods mean one reactor. In the olden days, in a reactor, they collect the crude oil from the land and place it in a reactor and raise the temperature, certain temperature. The condenser is having almost 20 meters length and condense it. It is the cooling the surface. The vapors will come from ear to ear. Here, the vapors are cooled down and the condenser product is petrol. Like that will come in the olden days, the previously. Simple purification, simple fractional distillation method. What is that? Simple fractional, simple thing. Is that simple fractional distillation? And further treatment of the product is done by the refining. Then after that, refining. So what is refining? What is the definition of refining? Refining can be defined as the process by which petroleum is made free of impurities. How can you define it? It can be defined as the process by which petroleum is made free of impurities. Free of impurities. Division of petroleum into different fractions having different boiling points, and their further treatment to import specific properties also. So actually, what is the refining definition? Defined as the process by which petroleum is made free of impurities. Free of impurities. Free of impurities. So that is called the refining. Refining. The process by which petroleum is free of impurities. This is called the refining. Okay? So refining of petroleum is done in different stages. Many stages are there. So what are the stages? We will discuss one by one. The first one is the removal of solid impurities. First one is what? Removal of impurities. What impurities? Removal of solid impurities. First one is a removal of solid impurities. Solid impurities. The crude oil containing the what? Solid, liquid and mixture of gases and mixture of impurities are there. Many things are there. The crude oil is a mixture of solid, liquid, gaseous substances. This is allowed to stand undisturbed for some time. When the heavy solid particles settle down and gases evaporate, the supernet liquid is then centrifuged, wherein the solid gets removed. So what we have to do? You take that liquid in a heavy container. So we have to store it, the viscous liquid, here for several days. What happened? The heavy metals are heavy. The lighter particles are up. Gases are evaporated slowly, and heavy particles settle down. The supernet layer, this one is the supernet layer. Layer we have to take for further distillation, the supernet layer only. Okay, the supernet layer means solid particles are settled down. So the solid particles are removed. Removal of solid impurities means, so these solid impurities are settled down. Some gases also evaporated. Gases evaporated from here and solid particles are settled down. This one we have to remove. So that supernet liquid, that is the step 1. So in the step 1, after settle down, the solid particles are settled down. This is one. And second one is a removal of water. Actually, in the water also there, in the earth crust, along with the metals, carbon, hydrogen, liquids are many things. So water also present. So how can you remove the water? So removal of water also called as what? Quatrell's process. We can say Quatrell's process. Quatrell's process. This is the removal of water. Removal of water. This is number 2. So number 1, number 2. Number 1 is the removal of solid impurities. Number 2 is the removal of water. This is also called as what? Cutlass. 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 We can say cutlass. Okay. The crude oil obtained from the earth crust in the form of stable emulsion of oil and brine. So crude oil containing that oil is there. Crude oil containing the solid particles, water, metals, liquids, and many things are there. Many things there. So first of all, solid is separated like this, and then water we have to separate it from the liquid. The mixture, this mixture, when passed between two highly charged electrodes, this one, the supernated one, we have to highly charged electrodes. These are the electrodes, highly charged electrodes. Okay, charged electrodes. This one you have to pass into through this one, electrodes. The supernatant oil furtherly passed through the highly charged electrodes. Then it will destroy the emulsion films. The emulsion is nothing but the petrol containing the water. So we can't separate it easily. That is, I will show in the laboratory also. So any oil we have to take it, or in your house also take some of the oil, cooking oil, then pour some water and shake well. So they both are mixing. That is called the emulsion. Okay. So the emulsion can separate it by easily when this one, the supernatant liquid passed through the two electrode, highly charged electrode. So the emulsion films and the colloidal water droplets collapse into bigger drops and gets separated from the oil. Here all things, when passing through it, the droplets collapsed each other and separated from the oil. So the water and water also, because the charged particles mean water separated it from the crude oil. Okay, this is about what? Removal of water. The first one is the removal of solid impurities, and second one is the removal of water, and third one is the removal of harmful impurities. What is that? Removal of harmful impurities. What are the harmful impurities present in the crude oil? So removal of, third one is removal of harmful impurities. In the crude oil, what are the harmful impurities are present? What are that? We know the sulfur is the sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, sulfur compounds. These are the harmful gases and heavy metals also. So to remove sulfur compounds in the crude oil, it is treated with the copper oxide. You have to treat this crude oil with copper oxide. The sulfur compounds get converted into insoluble copper sulfide. Mean sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide. These are the, when this crude oil passed through cuprous oxide and copper oxide. So what happened? This is the gases, harmful gases dissolved in crude oil. When passed through the copper oxide, what will form? Copper sulfides. Copper sulfide is a stable insoluble compound. Formation of insoluble compound. When the crude oil containing the sulfur compounds, when treated with the copper oxide, the sulfur compounds get converted into insoluble copper sulfide, which can be removed by the filtration. So solid formation takes when insoluble means just filter it through a funnel. We can filter the filtration. So then simply the solid particles can be removed by filtration very easily. And substance like sodium chloride, magnesium chloride will corrode the refining equipments. So sodium chloride also present. salts, many salts in the oceans. The crude oil is removed, especially in the oceans region. Sodium chloride is there, magnesium chloride is there. So that will corrode the refining equipments. Now the pipes are underground refining equipments. As a result, scale formation takes place. Scales formation. This can be removed by the techniques like electrical desalting or dehydration. We can say desalting, electrical desalting or dehydration. What is that word? Electrical desalting and dehydrating. So removed by the magnesium chloride, sodium chloride present in the crude oil. The crude oil contain both sulfur oxide, these compounds. So the sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide removed by like this, and magnesium chloride can remove like this. Okay, that can be removed by technique like electrical desalting or desalting. Okay, this is about the removal of harmful impurities. Okay, finally, fractional distillation. This is there in 8th class as it is. One diagram uses a fractional distillation. Before going to, in the first today, in the introduction of the class today, already I explain you one diagram. There is a fractional distillation. Same thing, one refining fractional distillation is there. What is the fourth one? Is the refining fractional distillation. So I will draw the diagram. So the diagram is exactly in there in 8th class. Already you studied, I think. So one furnace is there. The crude oil passed through the furnace. The furnace is very high heating temperature is there. So then that vapors are passed through the fractional distillation column. So at what temperature the what compounds are formed, and that compounds are how they are useful in different ways. Okay, so please listen carefully. This one, for example, this is the crude oil. Okay, crude oil. So crude oil is passing through the what connected with the furnace. So this is the electrical furnace. Electrical furnace, and this is connected into the fractional column. So fractional column, you have to know that this is the fractionated column. So generally we know below is the solids, above is the what? Gas will come. So columns mean like this are there. This is a fractionating column. Okay, fractionating column. So we know that at what temperature what type of gas will come. So the gas will come at 20 degrees centigrade temperature. Here 20 degrees some gases. So what are the gases? We know that gases generally we are using in the house, that cooking house. LPG gas, liquid petroleum gas, and other gases, some CNG gases, compressed natural gases, and other gases are examples. And these are the gases. And at 150 degree temperature, that gasoline will come. Gasoline means petrol. This is about the 150 degree centigrade gasoline. So what are the uses of gasoline? petroleum products. These are the petroleum products, gasoline. So petroleum user, we know that everywhere we have to use that one. Then at 200 degrees centigrade temperature, that kerosene will come. 200 degree centigrade temperature. 300, 400 like this, and 600. So like that temperature will come. So this is the fuel oil at 300 or 400, fuel oil will come. Fuel oil will come. And at 200 thing, kerosene will come. So kerosene will come. Kerosene. So finally at 400, below 400, 600, that is a lubricant oil will come. What is that? Lubricant. Lubricant oils. Lubricant oils and paraffin wax. Paraffin wax, and last tar will come, asphalt. That is called what? Asphalt. Asphalt or tar, we can say tar. So the tar means coal tar, that is used in that tar roads. So paraffin waxes, we know that what is the use of paraffin wax? We know that after removing the petrol, kerosene, furnace and everything, gasoline, the final one is the last, the grease. Paraffin is a grease, and ointment, the Fair and Lovely, you know what are we are using? Creams and Vaseline. These are coming from where? The paraffin wax. Paraffin wax are using. So that are at where? Here at 600, 400 to 600 degree temperatures. And diesel, here diesel will come 300 degree. So diesel, petrol, kerosene. So mean when the crude oil is slowly passing to the furnace is heating coil, electrical heat coil. The vapors are connected into at high temperature, at low temperature, that LPG gas and some harmful gases also there at below 20 degrees centigrade temperatures. And so how it will form? Once again, the fractional distillation. Just I will tell you that once again. Please look the diagram once again. Fractional distillation, heating of crude oil around 400 to 600 degrees centigrade temperature. Okay, 400 to 600 in an iron retort. Produce a hot vapor which is allowed to pass through the fractionating column. This is called what? The fractionating column. When the crude oil passes through the furnace, so having the how much temperature? 400 to 600 degree. So they are allowed to pass through the fractionating column. The fractionating column, these are the fractions. 1, 2, 3, 4 fractionating columns. It is a tall cylindrical towers containing tower. First tower, second tower, third tower, fourth tower, fifth tower, sixth tower, seventh tower. Towers containing several horizontal stainless steels. Stainless trace, we can say stainless trace. Horizontal stainless trace. At a short distance, small distance will come. Okay, and is provided with a small chimney here. Small chimney will come, that is a loose cap is there because the gases will escape from that loose cap. As the vapors go up or gases go up, get cooled gradually. And fractional condensation takes place different temperatures depend upon the boiling points. Higher boiling fractions condense first, while the lower boiling fractions turn by turn. So this is the one question will come. Which gas condense first? A, high boiling point. B, low boiling point. C, both. D, none. So which is correct? Which one is correct? Which one is correct? Lower boiling point condense first? No, the answer is what? high boiling point. How? Because here the condenser and water cooling circulations are there in here, so that gases at lower temperature turning at high temperature, that will not condense, and higher temperature gases are condense, higher boiling points condense, higher boiling fractions condense first, then lower boiling compounds are condensed last. So that is the fractional distillation of petroleum. Okay, so once again, what is that? Petroleum refining. So refining of petroleum are different stages are there. First of all, what are the stages? Removal of solid impurities. Mean after settled down, the solid particles are separated from the liquid, and then supernet liquid is then centrifuged, wherein the solid get removed. After that the removal of water, we can remove the water molecule from a stable emulsion. Okay, next third one is the removal of harmful impurities. That impurities like sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, then they are treated with this cuprous oxide, copper oxide. So copper sulfide formation takes place. The copper sulfide is the solids and we can remove easily. And some salts like sodium chloride and magnesium chloride can remove by electrical desalting methods or dehydration methods. And final one is the fractional distillation. So fractional distillation, draw one diagram, one steel cylindrical circle and fraction columns, stainless trays are arranged, one furnace maintaining the temperature 600 to 400 degrees centigrade, and crude oil passed through the furnace at 400 to 600 degrees centigrade temperature, and allowed to the cylindrical column, fractionated column. This is, we can say, column containing the different fractions, trays are having, and higher boilings are condensed first, then lower boilings are condensed later. So this is about the refining of petroleum. Okay, petroleum and petroleum products and refining. Yesterday and today we have completed the petroleum and its products and some uses of petroleum. You can, plenty of uses are there, just before I told you. And paraffin wax, many uses are there. In medical field also there. So without crude oil, if the crude oil prices increased, automatically everything will increase. Why? The diesel cost, transport costs will increase. And all pharmaceutical industry depend upon this crude oil, because that from here the gasoline, what are the compounds will form, from here at 150, below 150 degrees centigrade, here some compounds are there. Xylene, this is called the xylene, and toluene. So this is the toluene. Toluene is the 110 degrees centigrade temperature. Xylene is the 130 degrees centigrade temperature, and benzene is the 80 degrees centigrade temperature. So like that, many liquids. So if crude oil cost is increased, these in the pharmaceuticals, these are very important compounds or solvents in industry. That cost is also increased. So what happened? The medical cost, medical tablets cost will increase. So everything is depend upon the petrochemical. That pharmaceutical industry depend upon the crude oil and petroleum products. This is very important. Especially all the branches, computer science, EC or whatever, the mechanical. So we have to maintain, that is important. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.